While Landry and his parents felt like absolute shit about it, I wasn't angry, nor were my mom and dad. Accidents happened, they said. I think they were just relieved that the injury hadn't been worse. It didn't bother them at all that I couldn't play football the next year, and while I acted like I was disappointed, I'd admitted to Tackle that I didn't really care. The day I told him I planned to resign from the CIA and freelance for K19, he said he would too. "Where are you?" I asked when my friend answered my call. "I'm on my way to Boston." Tackle and I lived in D.C., but both sets of our parents lived in Newton, Massachusetts. "I was thinking of doing the same." "Strike A isn't making you babysit over the holiday?" I told him about the call I just hung up from and also about the impending offer. "About damn time," he muttered. "When do you get in?" "I haven't booked the flight yet, but I'll let you know as soon as I do." "Roger that. I land at 4 this afternoon." "I'll see what I can arrange." Tackle offered to pick me up whenever I landed, which I was sure my parents would appreciate. More my younger sister would, since she was the one who usually got stuck doing airport runs. "It was nice of you to bring Knox home," my mother said to Tackle the next day when he dropped me off at my parents' place and came inside. She put her arms around me. "I can't believe you'll actually be with us for the holiday this year." My father, Benjamin Knox Clarkson Sr., an American, had never cared much about holidays. He'd worked for the State Department most of his life, traveling the world. However, my mother, who was Venezuelan, loved holidays. Any holiday. Almost too much. Overly embracing, decorating for any occasion. Presently, my parents' house looked like it had been the venue for a pilgrim party. "There are 6 days between now and then," I said. "Don't tempt fate." I don't know who should have kept their mouth shut, her or me. But there it was, the day before Thanksgiving, and both Tackle and I were on a transport to Atlanta. There we'd be on standby until we were given the word to connect with Montano Onyx Yanez and fly to Bogota. Once we arrived in Colombia's capital, I'd be going undercover into one of the drug cartels, while Tackle was positioned inside the U.S. Embassy. Hadn't I just been wishing for a mission more interesting than watching over Anya McNamara? I scrubbed my face. Be careful what you wish for. The next afternoon we received our orders and boarded a plane belonging to K19. Onyx was piloting, and another operative I'd heard of, but never worked with, Sofia Corazon Descano, was his co-pilot. We'd been in the air for almost 5 hours, and we were just past Aruba when all hell broke loose. Tackle and I jumped up from our seats and raced to the cockpit when we heard a shot being fired. When we slammed through the door, guns cocked, Onyx was slumped over the plane's instrument panel, and Corazon had her gun pointed directly at me. Either way, I was going to die today. If I fired first, the unmanned plane would crash. If I let her shoot me, she'd kill Tackle too, and then she may have a chance of getting away with a triple murder. I pulled the trigger.
2. Tara. Why in the hell did I come to California for Thanksgiving? I'd only done it so I didn't have to be alone. But here I was, surrounded by people, 4 of my best friends in the world, and I'd never felt more alone in my life. From the time we were 7 years old, when we all showed up at the same boarding school, until just recently, we'd been the tribe of 5. Always looking out for each other in a way no one else did. All of our parents, to one degree or another, had lives that didn't include much time for child-rearing. That's why we'd banded together in the first place. Shared misery, loneliness, and a profound sense of abandonment. I couldn't pinpoint exactly when Quinn, Ava, Anya, Penelope, and I had started to grow apart. More and more, I felt like I no longer connected with the 4 of them. I couldn't say or do the right thing, ever. What we all used to find funny became me being a bitch or immature. Part of it was that, in the last year, our lives had all gone in different directions. Quinn got married first. Ava followed not long after. Penelope got a job.